What's happening, Life Size Box? Welcome, welcome. Just trying to get live everywhere here. Bear with me a minute. Chris Holland, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. And let me just get live on YouTube, and I think we'll be good. Survey says, all right. And Twitter. One second. I don't know why this thing always gives me these errors. I just want to broadcast. Good heavens. Paste. And live everywhere. All right, great. Thanks for sticking around there for a minute while I get savvier at this tech. What's happening? Yeah, feeling a lot better today. You know, been drinking a ton of tea and a ton of ginger water, meaning I cut up ginger and boil it and then make tea with it. Oh, you can hear my phone in the background. All right. I was just about to sell some WAN. Yeah, that was okay. So I'll jump into this. I've got a little bit of a format in mind here, but yeah, WAN and PundiX had some pretty exciting news that just came out. So wanted to make sure you guys knew about that. And boy, let's just go ahead and jump into it. How's everybody doing it today? You know, market is sucking today. Matter of fact, I just got stopped out of my Bitcoin position right before I went live. So drag, but that is the truth. And that I wanted to share that with you guys. I was trying to get on a little bit sooner to say, but anyhow, down to 364 billion. So I think that is 20 billion down from 2 days ago. Not a good look overall, but you know, and in fact, I did notice there's less currencies on the market today than there were previously. We were up to like 16. There were previously. We were up to like 1608, I think. So I wonder if a few of them called it quits or just got banned or what the deal was. But anyway, inevitably, with that high of a number of currencies, some of those projects will fail. I mean, we all know there's a lot of BS ICOs out there. So specifically, you know, there's been many that are just plain old exit scams or Ponzi schemes. Funny article that I read about this today, actually, the Wall Street Journal was doing some research on this, and they found red flags in 19% of ICOs, from errors in the white paper to just plainly bad math, to just 100% false claims. Or then, you know, there's like Tron was a sort of infamous, we'll say is the word, for directly plagiarizing the Ethereum white paper. Things like that. So anyway, that was just something I thought was interesting. But you know, as a clap back to this, I think I talked about this the other day when Changpeng Zhang, I hope I said that right, CZ from Binance, was talking about, he's saying, you know, ICOs are about 100 times easier than traditional venture capital and do allow for you know, more companies to come to market more easily. You know, his basic point there was, you know, I still get calls all the time telling me that I need to you know, that I need to transfer some money into the Zimbabwe prince's bank account so that you know, so that I can claim my prize. But you know, that doesn't mean we should ban phones or ban text messages, etc. So ultimately, you know, just speaking back against venture capitalists who are obviously seeing ICOs as a threat to their model. So I thought that was an interesting piece of information. Yeah, I'm liking Qtum too. I'm always liking Qtum, but I'm not buying anything today. That's maybe I should have said that at the end of the show, but yeah, I think we've got some room down to go at this point. So I'm going to be watching it very, very closely over the next couple of hours, because I was a little skeptical of it getting below 8,000, and we're there. You know, I had said something to the Moon Lounge members earlier today about I wouldn't be surprised, given this direction, if we had hit the 7K range by the weekend. and we hit it today. So that's not the most exciting for me, but you know, let's go. You saw Sneh, just saw Sneh in the Crypto Influencer Award stream. Well, he was just out at Consensus and, you know, plug-in Monarch. Very great news on that. Again, I thought Sneh was coming back today, but he actually won't be back until next week. So I'll let him tell you all about it. But there's definitely some great news coming out of Consensus. So that's really my top story is Consensus still relevant, right? You know, historically, if you've been in this game a little while, and you know, I'm not a super vet, I've been in for a couple of years, but you know, not since back in like 2011, 2012, like many have. But anyway, you start to notice patterns, and what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get to is, everybody always knows something, right? Like everybody knows Chinese New Year. Everybody knows Wall Street bonuses. Everybody knows, you know, Consensus. And these have all been basically flops. It's been a lot of hype, and I sometimes wonder if it's just people trying to convince themselves. I mean, listen, guys, this is a game that is obviously highly speculative and obviously risky, right? Everybody knows that getting in, and if you don't, then you should definitely do a little more research before you do get involved. That being said, I think Consensus is still relevant, specifically because of what goes on there. I mean, it might not necessarily make huge pumps. We had a Moon Lounge member that had put together a cheat sheet for us. So again, guys, this is another great reason to join in the Moon Lounge, just because we have so many awesome community members that are just, you know, doing whatever they can to help everybody else in there. So I wanted to bring that up on screen real quick and just take a quick peek. So you can see these are a lot of the coins that were had booths or were presenting there. And you know, look at that, first day everything pumps because that's what everybody knows, Consensus is going to run it up, right? So of course the market reacted according to that, and then by day 3 everything had basically dumped. So in general, out of all of these, you could have come up a flat 2.3%, which is not bad, but would hurt my feelings a little bit if I'd gone in heavy on any of these. We did see some good performers out of ones, you know, projects that we here at the channel are a fan of. Qtum did all right. You know, it looks like it's pretty much retraced back down to where it is, but it's still a little bit up. Power Ledger is another one that did great, but I was looking at it today and it is already basically retraced to 100%. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's only down about it's still up 15%, so my mistake. I was looking at that earlier today on the chart and thought it had just about fully retraced. And then the big winner, as I mentioned in my last stream, the big winner was Zcash, right? But I don't think that was necessarily so much Consensus as it was to do with the fact that they got listed on Gemini. That's huge, right? I mean, that's basically the closest thing to getting listed on Coinbase that you can. So I think that's pretty bold. Anyway, obviously that's going to do well for them. Privacy coins do seem to start to draw a little more attention. Very interesting stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to draw that, and then, you know, part of what also has gone well at Consensus are things like this. There is a partnership that has been established because they ran into one another at the conference between PundiX and Wanchain. And I believe we've talked about PundiX. I know we did do a report for it for Moon Lounge members. Effectively, the short version of it is, if you're not familiar, it is a point of sale system for crypto. So it would be something similar to like Square, not exactly, right? Because Square, you swipe a card or key in a credit card number or whatever. But this has what is effectively a mobile device, and you can, you know, a nice GUI interface that you can select different currencies and operate a point of sale system with it. So I think that is pretty spectacular, and you know, Wanchain is focusing on their interoperability, and that is going to be more and more necessary as more blockchains develop outside of the traditional ERC or you know, Bitcoin forks. So I think that's a pretty bold thing. So this is really where consensus is going to become valuable, right? And you know, I again, without stealing too much thunder, I know there was some great moves made for Monarch while Snay was out there. So again, I'll let him recap it all. But you know, so it is still relevant, but it didn't really give us the price pump that we were hoping for, I think, as an overall market. So yeah, but I am definitely feeling pretty bullish on these two, Wanchain and PundiX. So again, guys, I'm not buying anything today, but we could take a look at what we think the market is going to do, and I'll jump into that in just a second. So I did see one other article that I thought was some FUD news, and also kind of makes me laugh considering while we're talking about mobile payments, is that the PayPal CFO is talking smack about, I mean, this is really logical, right? Most merchants aren't using crypto because of the volatility, which is probably pretty accurate, right? You don't want to take a bath on the if you have a very slim margin on the product that you're selling. You don't want to take a bath by the, you know, everything you sold for the day dips. So that does have a point, but I think this is just more FUD coming to the media because, again, crypto threatens this model, right? I mean, once your peer-to-peer wallets are as easy to use as Venmo or PayPal, it's pretty much off to the races from there, right? So anyway, all right, well, that was pretty much all the news that I had for today, and I know you guys aren't here for news, you guys are here for TA, so let's go ahead and jump into it, huh? All right, hello Georgi, I hope I said it right. Let's see, I give it a good month. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. I'm a buyer of this dip. I would be careful with that life size box. I am, you know, I've got some extremely low buy orders set, but I honestly think that we have a lot more room to break down at this point, unfortunately, which we'll get into momentarily here. But yeah, why don't we just get into it right now? So here, actually, what I wanted to show you is, look, so this is our long-term downtrend line that I've been, you know, I've had in there all the way back from all-time high. This is our long-term downtrend line. So here's where our breakout was for our most recent bull run. Not as bullish as we might have hoped, but this was where our breakout was. And from there, I'm looking at this on daily candles, but you can see from there, we've had a 1, 2, and it didn't even bother with a 3 top. It just ended up dropping back down. So you can see here where the price line's at right now. That was my stop loss. That's anytime I have a red line on the chart, that's my stop loss. So I actually got stopped out right before I started broadcasting today, which is a drag, but that does give me a good amount sitting on the sideline waiting for this dip to find its bottom to reaccumulate. So yeah. Anyway, that's my recent fun with Bitcoin. I thought I was Mr. Hotness, right? The last couple of days I'd been scalping as it was bouncing around through here, scalping some little short trades, picking up extra satoshis. So nothing huge, you know, just like a tenth here and there or something like that. Nothing major. And when I say a tenth, I mean like 0.01. And so again, nothing major, but just little bits. And again, if you're diligent with that, you can add to the stack. But I think all the gains I made might have been wiped out by the gap between my stop loss and where I thought the market was going to go. So anyway, that has been my daily pick on BTC. And I would say, yeah, if you're buying the dip, I would just be very, very careful and set very, very tight stop losses, right? Because that's not looking good right there. That's that downturn trend. It just can't pierce it, right? I've said this on my last 2 streams, is basically every time it wicks off of this, it bounces off it, and it's doing it again, which is not good, as far as, you know, trying to exceed that 10K threshold for sure. It isn't bad for our long, you know, if you're long term on Bitcoin, which I am. So if you're long term on Bitcoin, it's not bad. I mean, for me, it's another opportunity to add some more to my holdings for long term. But you know, I definitely I would like to see the market turn around and go into a better direction. But I think we're going to need some major news or a really, really innovative new product or something to really spur more people's interest, because right now the market is just too volatile for most, and and you know, it's like I said, it just can't seem to get into a bullish direction over the last couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens. You know, this also could just be whale manipulation continuing to try to push it down, because you know, historically, if we I'm still on the daily here, so historically, if we look out, you know, the run-ups really tend to happen from July forward. So yeah, see here, this is December to the end of the year, back to about August. You really start to see the pump there, and then obviously it'll be smaller once we get into these other well, way smaller. But yeah, same thing sort of plays out here. August, September, you know, July. Went down a little bit there in August, but generally back up through the end of the year. So let's hope that that is going to be a repeating pattern, and we will see some bullish momentum in the market, you know, here coming in throughout the summer. But you know, I try not to be bullish or bearish terribly. You know, again, like I do believe in it long term. But I do try to just react to the market as it happens. I think that's probably the best strategy and easiest way to not end up being a great big bag holder, or you know, getting wrecked, as the kids say. All right, let's see. Yeah, Qtum. Let's take a look at Qtum. It's let's jump in there. Let me get to the 4 hour. Boy, it's retraced a lot, huh? Oops, let me turn off that auto scale and turn on my logarithmic. So Qtum was not having the best time there right before consensus. We did see a nice little pump with consensus. I mean, it did do pretty well, but it looks like it's pretty much retraced. So now is not a bad time to buy into Qtum as far as the long term goes. But again, with Bitcoin, I still think Bitcoin's going to break down further, and as goes Bitcoin, so goes the market. So I would be reluctant to buy in right now. That being said, let's look at it on a longer term here. I mean, it's definitely still a good price compared to back towards the beginning of the year, right? Whoops. I don't want to fib there. I'll just... yeah, let's take a peek. I don't want to just go all the way back from local min. Oops. Local max. And where are my tools? To extend my lines, but I don't see my tools. I think they're maybe hiding behind the taskbar here. Yep, they sure are. I see them. All right, hold on a second, guys. All right, sorry about that. And I wanted to extend the lines. There we go. Is it inverted? Nope. All right. Yeah, historically, that's getting into what would be the buy range for, you know, if we're talking back from the beginning of the year, or even all-time high as far as trading views got it here. Yeah, you might be able to get away with setting some low buy orders, but again, I would be very careful, guys, just because I think the market's got further down to come right now, unfortunately. I hate to say it. I don't want to be the guy out here spreading doom and gloom. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and help you react accordingly. So I think the market is going to continue to break down a bit before we see it turn around. And, you know, I mean, I think we're already at the 79. I wouldn't be surprised to see us at 6,800 unless we see a real reversal sometime in the near future, and I haven't seen any signs of anything that is going to lead me to believe that we're going to break terribly bullish over the last couple of weeks, unfortunately. You know, again, consensus, popular consensus on consensus was that historically it had been more of an event for, you know, crypto anarchists and cypherpunks and, you know, the people that are looking to perhaps divest or find an alternative from traditional financial markets. And this year it was all about making nice with the banks. And you know, Deloitte was there, which I don't know if you guys know, that is a huge CPA firm. And you know, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that Deloitte is interested in working with crypto people. That's actually probably a good sign. But unfortunately, as traditional markets and traditional finance people come into the crypto market, unfortunately, some of their tactics and behaviors are going to start to come into it as well. So we'll see what the future holds. All right, let's see. What else? Boy, you guys are chatty today. Convert TRX, EOS, and WAX to PundiX on Bancor. There you go. Fair enough, but this dip won't last forever. No, it won't. It definitely won't, guys. I don't think so. You know, again, like I said, long term, I'm bullish on crypto, but I'm also trying to stack my chips as high as I can in the meantime. So, you know, I try to trade. I try to trade successfully. So, you know, if I had $1,000 and I can make that into even if it's only like 1,200, or even if it's like 1,000 and, you know, $60, that's still $60 I didn't have before. So, you know, I'm fine with scalping little bits here and there over time to help continue to grow my account. And if I'm successfully doing that across the various coins that I hold, then long term I should be successful. All right, let's see. Should I have a stop loss? I lost $6,000 already since starting in January, or should I just hold for gains now? Adam, that's a difficult question for me to answer. So you first entered the market in January. Yeah, man, you took a hurting, and I'm sorry for that. I know some people that have done the same thing, and yeah. So if you're bullish long term and you've lost $6,000, I don't know how much of a pain that is for you. Losing $6,000 would hurt my feelings, but I'm not super rich, so. Yeah, but that's what I would say is just, it's, yeah, exactly what Crypto Minded says. It's never a bad idea to set a stop loss. In fact, I wish I would have learned the stop loss lesson much earlier, because it would have saved me a bundle of money as well. Trying to determine where to set that stop loss is something that just comes with experience and time. Or you could do things like jump on over to the Cryptosomniac Advantage. Gotta shield the product, guys. So you can jump on over to the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and we give you all of that. We can give you some of that information, or help you learn how to figure that information out for yourself. As a matter of fact, you know, I don't normally do this, but I'm actually going to show you guys. I hear a lot of people ask about what's the Moon Lounge, and as soon as I can figure out where I stuck the window, I'm going to pull it on the screen here. Let you guys just take a quick look. There we go. So just give you an idea. This is the number of all the different channels that we've got here. So we've got everything from, whoops, oh dear. Well, what have I done now? So anyway, we've got everything from technical analysis to ICO reviews, and you know, we've got full-time TAs in there to help you assess whether your calls are good or not. That's what I was trying to show you, and now I can't seem to get my Moon Lounge up again. I want to get into Trader Talk, and so just to give you an idea like this, you know, this is where all of us are in there talking about what we're doing with our calls. So again, I'm just scrolling through this real quick because I'm not trying to give away the house, but suffice to say, there is a lot in there to learn, and there is a lot in there. You know, again, here we've got an entire channel dedicated specifically to learning TA. So you want to learn TA and you know, figure out new skills, and figure out if you have the fortitude to help figure out some, or to help you know, to be an active trader, etc., then that's a way that you can do so, is by joining the Moon Lounge. So right now we are giving away a 14-day free trial, and you can get into the Advantage and have all of the reports, as well as getting into the Moon Lounge and being able to interact with Amal, with Jordan, with myself, Snay, Sam, everybody. So yeah, and then, you know, we've got our reports in there that are getting updated, you know, every couple of days. We just had one come out today on Elastos, which is another project that I am very interested in. And you know, if you want to find out more about what that is, join the Moon Lounge. Join this Cryptosomniac Advantage and jump on in. You can register here for the Moon Lounge and click here to sign into it. All of these reports are downloadable, so you know, what have you got to lose? 14 days for free. Jump on in, guys. Let's do this. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Yeah, probably hold for now. I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I was feeling that way. I was actually just discussing this with Amal today, just about whether I should just dump my Litecoin, because I'm not actually down bad on it right now, but you know, I'm trying to decide whether I should just dump it and have it for trading, or if I should just stick it on my Trezor and forget about it for a couple of years, which might be the move. I don't know. Tough call. I'm debating it back and forth currently. Long term with Qtum. Yeah, I think Qtum is a solid long-term project. How low will Ontology go? Let's go look at Ontology. It's been on a heck of a run lately. Well, it's right in my buy range from the you know, from the breakout. This would be where I'd be looking. So I mean, how low can it go? I mean, it could go all the way back down here, but I don't think so. I think they've got way too much hype, and I think they've got way too much, like half of the Neo dev team left and went to work at Ontology, from what I understand. So that tells me that that's probably the project to keep an eye on. So as far as if I was looking to get in, and again, I'm not buying anything today. But I am watching the market. And if I was looking to get in, I would probably just start I would probably start laddering in orders between, well, anywhere in this range really, because we're already right at that FUD level. So, you know, I would do, if you're trying to, well, again, I think the market's got room to come down. So I would actually say anywhere in here from about 66.44 to 74, you could ladder in some buys. But again, I would set a very, very tight stop loss, like just under that FUD level, if that is what I was going to do, because I'm not sure that the market is not going to take another dip tonight. All right, what else? Ontology, just did that. All right. What would you do right now to save our funds? Stop loss. That's all you can do. You know, you can either sit out in fiat or Tether, or yeah, basically, if there's another stable coin that you like, or you can ride the waves and just hold on to your bag. And then in that case, it doesn't really matter, right? If you're just holding and you're not trading, then ultimately you should really just be learning to chart so you know where to buy, because you're never going to worry about selling. Maybe that's you. I don't know. There's a lot of different strategies out there. All right, let's see. Well, you are in that call group and still lost, right? No, I didn't lose. I knew when to get stopped out. All right, Regina Brown. Can you just buy, for example, BTC and then hold it offline in a Trezor and not be affected by the ups and the downs? Not exactly. I mean, yes, you can buy Bitcoin, and yes, you can put it in a Trezor, and yes, you don't have to worry about a stop loss then, because you can't set a stop loss from a hard wallet, but you will be riding the waves then. That's exactly what I was just talking about with holding, right? Like if you're just holding on to it, all this action is going to affect you, because it's going to affect the price of your coin or your token, but it's safer there. You're safer from, you know, getting hacked on an exchange or something like that. But Yeah, you can't. The only way to avoid the dips is to set a stop loss, right? You have to set a stop loss order, and you have to determine what percentage of your portfolio you're willing to stop out of, and and then yeah, that's sorry, I keep losing my train of thought in the middle of talking. Clearly, the cold medicine is still doing its number on me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so what I was saying is you're still going to be affected by the market because the price. If I have a dollar, okay, this would be the best way I can illustrate this. If I have, where's my money? All right, if I've got $20 right here, it's worth $20 right now, right? Cool. If I put my $20 in my wallet, it's still worth $20, right? So, because that's what it is. So your Litecoin or your Bitcoin or your whatever that you have in your wallet, your ETH, your any of these tokens is still going to be that in your wallet. It's just the value of it. You know, unlike this $20 bill, the value of that token is going to fluctuate a bit while it is sitting in your wallet. So I hope that helped explain that to you. But yeah, you for long term, ultimately you would want to leave it in your wallet anyway, because again, it's safer. It's not safe to leave your money on the exchanges. So the bigger portion of your holdings should be on your wallet. Yes, will save your investment. Well said, Usman. Well said. All right, so let's see what else. Why no one of top streamer? I don't know. I've never heard of it, but I can look into it. I mean, there's a lot of different mobile wallet solutions coming out. Streamer data marketplace. Yeah, I don't know about it, but if partnering with HP and Nokia is pretty good. I mean, I was a huge Nokia phone fan back in the day when I was a kid. Those things were bulletproof. You could throw them at a wall and they'd still work. All right, thanks for the bid. Going back to the Call of Duty and hold my alts. All right, Adam, we'll see you later, man. Buy the crash, hold it 1 to 3 years, and scalp. Yeah, that's maybe not the worst strategy, right? All right, let's see. Thanks for the bid. All right, well, we're all caught up, aren't we? What else, guys? What else? Anybody else have any projects you want to take a look at today? Nobody's. Omise go. All right, let's look at OMG. What the heck is that? Oh, I see. That was a. Yeah, that was me looking at whether I thought this was going to be a rising triangle. It was not. Well, again, it's well within well, it's actually below the buy range for what I normally like after it's retraced. I would hold off on OMG right now. I am an OMG holder. That is one of my long terms, and so it is sitting in a wallet. But that being said, yeah, and again, I'm only saying don't get it right now because I think Bitcoin is going down further. And if Bitcoin goes down further, the value of most alts goes right along with it. Yeah, I'd hold off a little bit on that. Again, I'd hold off on everything. Don't buy today. Just don't buy anything today, is my opinion. Unfortunately, because BTC is the king, so many things do move in, if not exact parallels, similar parallels. So I haven't found anything that's hot enough to take off on a huge run. I mean, the Zcash, if you'd have gotten in on that on day one of consensus, you'd have been doing great. But other than that, I haven't seen anything go crazy parabolic lately. We did already talk about Pundi. Pundi's dope. Very cool product. It is a point of sale system for crypto, and that was really why I was bringing it up. Let's see. I don't know, because they just changed their ticker, so I don't know if it'll chart. What is it? NDX? Hold on. Sorry, it was PDX, and I think they just changed it to PNDX. No, incorrect. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I gotta look up the ticker here. Oh, I know where I can find it easy, actually. NPXS, that's right. Okay. Ah, bummer. It's not going to show. Well, I would love to chart that for you guys, but anyway, I was just big on the project. Them making the partnership with Wanchain, I thought was huge because Wanchain being an interoperability solution and PundiX being a point of sale system, I think that those two go well hand in hand, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Zill. All right, let's look. Oh, that's right in the buy range. I know I'm not getting super crazy on the technicals today, guys, because again, I just think everything is going to continue to go down. I mean, look at that, we're in that 40 range. I don't know, this one could bounce. The RSI is very low. I'm looking at this in the hourly. Histogram's starting to curl up. If this cup's over, that may go up. I mean, if you're trying to make it for a short scalp, perhaps, but I don't know. 2 hour already has the bear cross, and this does not give me a lot of confidence on the 30-minute, so I would not buy right now. I would wait, because I think generally the whole market pretty much looks like that. Hey, Boise, what's happening, man? Welcome, welcome. NPXS, isn't that what yeah. NPXS? Yeah, no ticker on TradingView yet. Sorry, guys. Just sold all my Litecoin and bought DGD. That's probably not a bad move. I like DigiStyle, and I think I did look at it. It was starting to move up a little bit today versus Bitcoin. Don't know if that was a direct correlation, but let's see. PundiX. Maybe you touched on this. Now a good time to pick up more ETH. Well, I will say this: ETH has outperformed Bitcoin recently, but I don't know. I would, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not selling any of my ETH anytime soon, but yeah, I certainly wouldn't buy today. I think we've got more. I think we've got more down to go. Looks like maybe a little oversold bounce play, but again, I don't think that's going up. I don't think anything's going crazy up tonight, guys. So, you know, today is not a good day to day trade. Today is not a good day to day trade. Today would have been a good day to short the market. But I don't ever do that. I've never actually shorted it. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. Yeah, I think Ether's got further down to come, but it really has done quite well. In fact, here, let me 86 this fib, and I will show you. What I mean as far as it performing well. So I'm looking at ETH USD right here. I'm gonna look at BTC USD. So pretty good gap in performance there. Bitcoin is already, you know, significantly further down. I would say again, ETH would be one I'd be setting a real tight stop loss on right now. Like, oops. Oh dear, what just happened? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd probably set my stops on ETH at about 640 right now. And you know, you don't want to get stopped out of your entire position, but you know, maybe like 10-15% and ladder the orders out. All right. What do you think of Robinhood? They just opened up crypto in PA today. I've never used it, so I have a buddy who lives in Tahoe that is he loves it for trading stocks. So I don't really mess with the stock market much. I primarily just trade crypto. But I've got a buddy who loves Robinhood for stocks, so I'm happy that they started offering crypto. I think it's a good thing, and hopefully we'll get more people to come over from the stock market. Retail investors, I mean. DGD on the way up. Yeah, let's see. What did I say about Dragon Chain? I didn't say anything about Dragon Chain today, but what's the ticker for Dragon Chain? Anyone? Oh, wait, I know where to find that too. It's all over here in the Cryptosomniac Advantage. Oops. Oh, this one was way back in like February. DRGN, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Huh. I wonder why it's not coming up. That's strange. Yeah, that's what I thought the ticker was. I don't understand why it's not charting on TradingView. That thing you would think was BTC dropping, people moving into DGD. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right. DGD is a pretty good hedge against it, considering it's based on precious metals. God, this is terrible. I normally like kombucha, but I got this turmeric ginger one to try to help, me feel better. And it's awful. I didn't notice that it's the apple cider vinegar, not actually kombucha. Bad on me. Sam has not retired. Sam is on, I'll just tell you guys, Sam is actually on a medical leave right now. So that is the most I can tell you right now. But Sam is on a little bit of a medical leave recovering, but he will be back. Dragon on KuCoin, so you won't find it on TradingView. Oh, no wonder. I actually signed up for KuCoin recently. Me, Mr. Exchange Fatigue. I signed up for KuCoin, so let's go have a look. Does it also trade on IDEX, out of curiosity, if it's on KuCoin? I would imagine, since they're the same. Boy, that's a huge bunch of buy orders in there. The good news is KuCoin uses TradingView charts, so I'm savvy. Woof. Ouch. Yeah, well, I mean, guys, really, this is exactly what I've been saying. Everything's taking a dump today. Boy, that's retraced almost to the... Boy, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Oops. No, I want tools, not indicators. Excuse me. So yeah, I signed up for KuCoin, but obviously haven't navigated around it a ton. Oof. Yeah, that's looking ugly to me. I mean, it's retraced almost to its initial value, which is not good. Where? Oh man, where are? I just cannot find my trend lines and things on here and Fibonacci retracements. Sorry guys, I will do a little more study up on my KuCoin before I jump on and look at things in here. Because even though it's TradingView charts, apparently they're not set to the right. They're not the same placement. Yeah, no, I'd probably have been out of Dragon Chain by now if I had if I had bought anywhere, because that's awful. These are 8-hour candles. Let's look at it on smaller intervals. I mean, that is just a ton of bear volume there. I mean, I don't see that going anywhere positive anytime soon. Hourly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some time setting this up. This doesn't even make sense to go from an hourly to an 8-hour candle. But yeah, it has not done very well over the course of the last 2 weeks. On the far left, that's what I thought too, but... Oh, can I pull them out? There we go. Hey, look at that. Good looking out, Belly Dog. Appreciate your help. Good heavens, come on. God damn it. All right, get it together, Jason. Yeah, that's ugly. That's super ugly. All right, well, let's not look at it for all time. Let's just look at it for recent history. Why even bother? It's literally retraced all the way 100% to the beginning of its breakout. Yeah. I wouldn't touch it today. I think that's coming down further too. I'm just full of good news today, huh? Could we see BTC hit 6K? Yeah, I mean, it all depends, right? I mean, it's kind of essentially, we'll see what happens. Let's jump back over to BTC because you guys know that's my favorite. It's my favorite to chart because it's the one I watch the most. I mean, we don't have a lot of strong support anywhere. I mean, our next kind of strong support is at like 7, barely. Like, that's not, I mean, that's like a week, right? And yeah, it's like a week. And look, we didn't have a whole ton of historic support at that level or resistance. It pretty much blew right through it. That was clear back in November. Yeah, so I think probably it's very likely we could see it back in the 6K range. I mean, I was saying earlier today, I thought we were going to see it in the low 7s, but at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look at that. We're already well into the retracement here, sitting just bouncing around at 8K ish. It was under for a minute, you know. RSI super oversold, so some bots probably came in here and took advantage of that to try to, you know, take advantage of an oversold bounce, or some active traders did so. But so I think it might bounce a little bit, but I don't know that we're, you know, again, until it breaks this long-term downtrend line, I don't think we're moving in a positive direction overall. Yeah, look at that. It's below the moving average in the Bollinger Bands. This is just ugly today. What do you think of Go Network? ICO list, ICO whitelist open yesterday. I don't know. I don't know about Go Network. What is it? I'm guessing it's a. Oh wait, was Go Network the the antenna, the system that was made for, oh, I covered this on my stream the other day, if this is what I'm thinking of, where it's Jeez, I'm sorry. The Dayquil's doing me in. If that's the one I think of, that was the one that allows people to transact with Bitcoin and other blockchains offline, and then it would sort of use like a meshnet system to be able to find one that is online and upload the transaction to the blockchain. Kind of cool, a little sketchy, kind of defeats the purpose of a blockchain to me, but interesting. I could see it being valuable in disaster areas, you know, where people don't have the ability to go to a bank, etc., but they still need to be able to go to the store and buy some bread or something to that effect. 7,800, yeah. If you want to try some scalps, guys, again, I'm only saying this because I thought I was Mr. Hotness with my little scalps, and then we broke down below it. So, I mean, yeah, I think. $7,800 is. We'll probably see it bounce off that tonight. At the rate we've been going, that's not a huge amount of difference there. Here's what I was looking for before. I mean, what we've dropped just today. Right, that's today, 17th, right? Yeah. So we've about 5% today, and that's less than that. You know, that'd be another, what, to 78 to now. Oops. Yeah, that's not even 2%. So I think that's a very likely. I got stopped out at 8 grand. I had my stop set at 8,008. That was what I had it at. So I got stopped out literally right before I started broadcasting. So hopefully you would have already set your stop loss. If not, then I guess 78 is probably a reasonable place to set it, because I think we could break down below that. I would set it maybe even just a little below 78, like maybe, you know, 77.90 or 77.80 or something, because you want to be able to give yourself a little bit of leeway so you don't get stopped out on killer whale hunting, you know, in case the market does turn around. You always want to give yourself a little bit of a gap there, but also you're going to want to keep in mind. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about again. God, I'm a wreck today. I'm sorry, guys. Great gains on track over the past month. Yeah, it's okay, so what I was saying, yeah, that's another 2%, 78, 77. Yeah, I would say, you know, give yourself a little bit of a gap. That's what I was saying, is give yourself a little bit of a gap, because you want to figure out how to tolerate, you know, what's your risk tolerance? You know, how much are you willing to give up to make sure that you don't get stopped out of the market in case it does take off again. Again, I don't think it's going to take off in the next 24 hours for sure. But, you know, you always want to make sure you don't want to get stopped out of your position only to have the market turn back around. So this is something you got to take into consideration when you are setting that stop loss. Or you got to be prepared to just sit out of the market, wait for a confirmation, and then buy back in. Since you're on KuCoin, got great gains on Track. Sold a few days ago. Yeah, I like Track. That's a good project. I mean, any of the supply chain dynamics, I think, is a very valid use case for blockchain. Boise, seen a bit of chat about Gemini closing accounts. I'm not on it, but FY. Oh, wow, that's probably good. You know what's funny about that? I have a Gemini account I signed up for, and you know, way back, like I want to say December, and it took them so long to approve me. I don't think I've ever traded on Gemini, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just closed my account. I barely ever check it. What coins am I looking to pick up in this bloodbath? I am still a long-term fan of Power Ledger, so that's one I've been keeping my eye on. It already had a bit of a run-up from consensus. I'm always looking to accumulate more Monero. Let's see, what else? Komodo is another one I'm interested in holding a little bit more of, just because I like the decentralized exchange. Yeah, other than that, I usually am just trying to continue to accumulate the ones that I have, as I've been adding to my long-term holds. So Stellar, what, Stellar, ETH, Cardano, Omise Go. What else? What else does anybody want to look at today? A lot of support for BTC at 7,200. Really? Let's see. Oh yeah, look. I do have a, well, I have a support line drawn there at about 7, but 72. Yeah, potentially. So, but I mean, you know, we have a lot of support for it at 8K as well, and we had a lot of support for it at 8,800 as well. So, I mean, you know, I'm not really super confident in it. That's not a ton of support, really. I guess it's not bad. It's not bad. It's at least several sections that are worth, you know, a few weeks apiece. Icon or nulls? Probably nulls for me right now. Just check my Blockfolio. Wish I hadn't. Yeah, you know what? I took Blockfolio off my phone. Yeah, I used to like, especially when you know, back towards the beginning of the year, I was to the point of checking my Blockfolio every 15 minutes when I'd be out with my friends, when I was out at the club. Like, seriously, if I'd be riding my bike, I'd be pulling it out of my little backpacks, going check. It was too much, man. I had to get rid of it because you just become a little too obsessed with what's trying to get that dopamine hit of going, ooh, my money went up, or it can ruin your day on a bad day. If we break 6K, it's terrible. I think if we break 6K, it's kind of free fall from there, right? Look at that. Like here, in fact, I'll even scroll further out. Like there's not a, here, in fact, let me just move this line here. Oops. Come on, get in there. 6, whatever, close enough. All right. So yeah, like historically, there's not a lot of support at 6K right here and right here. So if we break 6K, I think it's free fall, is what I think. Blondes or brunettes? I like beautiful women. All right, let's see. Wan's doing well up until today. I'm holding long term. Your thoughts? Yeah, I like Wanchain. I mean, it's an interoperability solution chain, project, which I think is very important and useful given all of the different blockchains that we are having developed. And what I see, there was some, I was reading, one of the presenters at Consensus was saying something to the effect of, we've done such a good job of trying to rebuild, like, extricate ourselves from siloed systems, that we've rebuilt a whole bunch of different siloed systems, which is kind of accurate considering you know, all the different blockchains don't necessarily operate. So there's excuse me, you know, you can't, interoperability is not very common yet, but it is going to be critical as, you know, as more and more currencies gain adoption. So being able to interact between blockchains, I like projects like Wanchain. I either want everything to moon or plummet because sideways is boring. Yeah, that's fair. You know, I'll take sideways movement more than a market crash, but you know, only because I think if it gets down back to the, you know, 4K, 2K, I suspect a lot of the current retail investors that are in it are just going to say, the heck with it, especially if there were people that bought in over, you know, in December, which I hope is not going to be the case. Yanni or Laurel, I don't know what that is. I keep seeing it around. I've refused to listen to it. I'm not gonna. That's as most I'm gonna comment on that. Trunio runs in Stellar Lumens network. They just got confirmed by third party. Yeah, and didn't Stellar just have a partnership with Microsoft as well? I like Stellar. Stellar is something that Stellar is probably one of my biggest bags, to be honest. And I don't know if I should even say bag because it's not a bag. I'm well up on it. So Stellar is one of my biggest holdings, and so that's yeah, I like that project. BTC under 8K. Yep. Well, I said so. I think so. I think we'll see. I think we'll see 7 probably by the weekend. Unfortunately. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but I just want to tell you what I honestly think. All right. What's with the market volume? Yeah, it's been terrible. I mean, money is just bleeding out of the market. Well, let's see what we're at right now. There we go. 364. Yeah, and just terrible volume. I mean, usually we've got at least 25, 30 bill, but this $18 billion is nothing. So that's not good. We'll see. Turn up your volume a little more. I can try. Hold, please. Whoops. How's that? Better? I don't want it too hot. Oh, wait. How about now? No, how about now? Better? Hopefully. If I run it too hot, it's going to clip. I can give it a little bit more boost. All right, that's about as hot as I can run it before it starts clipping. Sorry guys, I also am an audio nerd, and nobody likes to listen to distortion. Save up fiat time. Yeah, that's what I would. This is the time to just you know, sit aside and research, right? Figure out what the next projects that you want to get involved in are. That's what I would say. Don't go FOMOing in. Don't just go throwing money in. I think the market has further down to go right now, and I don't see any reason to commit more funds to it right now. Can you do buy ranges for Cardano and Stellar? Sure. Oh, look at that. Cardano's in. What the HE double hockey sticks. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Buy ranges. Right now, again, I'll say this one more time. I'm not buying anything today. I think the whole market has further movement down to go. So it's hard for me to give you what I think is a solid buy range right now, because I think that the market has further down to go, right? I can't recommend buying anything right now. That being said, I don't know if you want to wait for it and see if you want to try to catch a falling knife. There's some okay support for it at 27, between 25 and 27. Yeah, so if you want to just put in a super low ball and see if you can catch a falling knife, you could try that. I don't know if I'd recommend that. I wouldn't. I did look at Dragon. Dragon looks like hot garbage right now. I wouldn't even touch it. The Dragon is one I never got involved in. But yeah, its chart looks terrible today. So I would, hopefully if you were holding that, you had a good stop loss set. All right, let's see. Can you check out EOS? Yeah. All right, guys. So I think I just noticed the time, so I'm going to check out EOS and then I'm gonna bounce because I've still got some more stuff to get done this evening. All right. Wait, did I look at EOS already? Oh, I looked at Ontology. All right. Well, EOS is in, again, as I say, guys, EOS is in the range that I like it, but I'm not buying anything today. This would be in my buy range. So if it's something that you're looking to get into long term, you might want to purchase some. And, you know, again, I would Let's take a look at it. Let's just do the actual TA on it here. Volume looking okay. On the hourly, histogram curling up, starting to see this little cup. If you're trying to swing trade it, you know, it's if you're just trying to do a short one, perhaps, but 2 hour, 4 hour, oh, that's very confusing, isn't it? 2 hour, we've got the bull cross, or bear cross rather, I'm sorry. Bull cross on the 4 hour. That's starting to curl up, but I'd be careful, guys. I'm not buying anything today. I think the whole market's going down. But EOS has been killing it lately. I mean, they keep announcing new things. And I saw something to the effect, I didn't read the article yet, but I saw that, oh, here it is right here on TradingView. Vitalik helps Dan Larimer at GitHub, so that's always interesting to me. Friend petition. Looks like the beginning of the end today. No, Johnny, take it easy, bud. AI looks good. Did you figure out which one I was talking about? I'll just tell you now. I'm going to do this in a, actually no, because I want to save it for a video. But yeah, there is one sick AI project out there. Thoughts on HPB? All right, guys. All right, for real. I'll look at high performance blockchain. Then I'm getting out of here. Oh, I lied. It's not showing up on TradingView. So, thoughts on HPB? HPB. Yeah, thoughts on HPV? Try not to get it. Thoughts on HPB? Solid project. Would love to look at the chart. Is it on KuCoin? Let's see. That's not looking terrible. I'd wait for it to come down a little bit more right now, but set buys for, yeah, 36.2, like 34, and then have a stop at 33.5, or maybe 32.8. And again, I'm always saying that if that's a long-term plan. I don't recommend buying anything right now for, you know, if you're planning on any swing trades. I don't recommend buying anything right now. All right. No, all right, I'm calling it, guys. I'm really calling it this time. So, but I will give away some free crypto today because you know, I've finally figured out how to do that properly. So, everybody who well, if you would like to win some free crypto tomorrow when I stream, then on YouTube, post a comment with your ERC20 address. On Facebook, share and like, and then on Twitter, retweet me. So anybody who did that will be eligible, and let's go ahead and do that now. I'm worth it. Give me some. If you win, bud, if you win, I will happily give it to you. This is a contest. I can't just keep playing favorites or nobody's going to like it. All right. I know I've got a random number generator here. Whoa. Oh, look at that. I was smart enough to even have this all set up front. So let's pull the whole browser window down. All right. So 1 for YouTube, 2 for Twitter, 3 for Facebook. All right. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to click this 3 times, and we'll see who wins. I said Twitter, right? 2 for Twitter. Let's have a look. Only 2 retweets. Wow. Nobody likes me on Twitter. That's a drag. Oh, there's a few more. Oh, just 2 retweets. All right, so 2 retweets. Oh, random number 2. You got a 50-50 shot of winning if you retweeted me yesterday. Best of 3. All right, number 2. So that is Yosarian13. Sir Skill, you just won yourself some free crypto. So I will do a little screen snip, and we will get somebody from our staff to send you some free crypto. And that will wrap it up for me today, guys. Hope you guys are, yeah, some monarchy. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope it has been entertaining. Again, thank you so much for all the support. You know, I know that I'm a little bit different than Sam and Snay, and I hope that you have been finding value from me as I have been on here. I certainly have been enjoying getting on here and talking with you guys, and so you know, I hope I'm providing value to you. And on that note, if you do like us, again, go on over to Cryptosomniac.com and sign up for the Advantage. If you like these streams, you can have access to this sort of information 24 hours a day. It's very easy, and we are giving away a free trial right now for 14 days. So you can try it for free, and click Cryptosomniac Advantage, and then you would sign up right here. I'm already signed up, obviously. So anyhow, we would love to have you be part of our community. You can join the Moon Lounge, and you know, we would love to have you in there. I think it's very worth your time. And other than that, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, Jason Cryptosomniac out.